Alright, in this video I'll answer some of the controversial questions I get about my daughter. Even though my daughter is 4 years old, I get a lot of people with the fake profiles who ask me questions. Some are legit, some are stupid, but I will answer all of them. Questions like, what if your daughter does OnlyFans? What if your daughter wants to be a prostitute? What if your daughter gets pregnant? And then there are others who are kind of rude and they say, since you're crazy about money, would you pimp your wife and your daughter? Those anyway are stupid, but I'll answer the questions with regards to my daughter making the choices. Then what if your daughter fails in the exam? What if your daughter doesn't study? What if your daughter gets tattoos like you? What if your daughter is ADHD by the way she is? Okay, so in this video, I will answer all these questions and I hope to bring it to rest, including what if your daughter smokes, drinks, blah, blah, all that. Okay. Now, first and foremost, let's understand one thing. If I were to ask you, what if you become paralyzed? What if you become blind? What if you can't move your hands and legs? If I ask you that question, you can only give me assumptions, right? If I ask you, what will you do after 10 years if you're bankrupt or, you're a drug addict? You will only assume, if I was, you'll think of some hypothetical assumption, right? But when you face the situation, really, it's different. So in the same way, for me, I can give you a lot of smart answers and try to impress you. I'll do this, I'll do that, and try to sound intelligent. But the fact of the matter is, nobody has the perfect answer or the solution or knows exactly what is going to happen. You think when I was a small boy, my parents knew that with all the strictness that they have, that this guy is one day going to be an atheist. They were Christians. Nobody had tattoos. I have tattoos. Nobody had multiple women apart from my father, that I would have many. Nobody stayed out of India or UAE. I would stay in Thailand. They were all together as a family, and me, I've broken off from all the family. You think anyone predicted all this? So, like Forrest Gump, they say, life is a box of chocolates. You don't know what the hell you're going to get, But having said that, there are certain, preventive measures or corrective measures or whatever you call it, that you can adopt or put in place to ensure that by the time that challenge comes or that situation comes, the possibility or probability that the person will make the right choice is there. See, I'll make you understand one thing. If I've not been a good father, my wife has not been a good mother, and we have not paid any attention to the daughter, and one fine day, she starts making bad choices, and then we start, okay, now we'll love you and all that. It's too late, man. So whatever has to happen from day one. It's called upbringing. Okay, how you raise a child. So now, let's assume with all the perfect upbringing that I know and my wife knows, still my daughter turns out to be a prostitute or OnlyFans. If she's an adult, what can I do? What do you want me to do? Let's say she's grown up, she's 18 plus, she's by her own self, and she's earning her money. What do you want me to do? Catch her by the neck? Threaten to kill her? Be like the typical Asian family? Or in some cases, some family members, they kill their daughter or their son, honor killing. I'm not going to do that. Once you're an adult, do whatever the hell you want. Only fans, only table, only chair, only whatever. You want to be a prostitute, you want to have sugar daddies. Once you're an adult, do whatever the hell you want. I mean, see, listen, for example, you who's watching the video, now you're a grown-ass adult. You think your mother and father are holding your ears or telling you, I'll take the stick and beat you and all that, you're going to listen? You'll do whatever the hell you want, right? Why? Because Now you're already formed. The formative years are over. So whatever has to happen from the time you're a child, a baby. From the scientists and behavioral scientists and all that, they say 0 to 7 is the first age, 7 to 14 is the next phase, 14 to 21 is the third phase. So 0 to 7, whatever you inculcate in your child, the child will believe without question. Why do you think religion or religious people make sure when the child is a baby up to the age of 7, they drill everything about religion and obedience and all that? A child believes. Now 7 to, once the child is 7, has certain set beliefs, 7 to 14. Now the child is moving towards forming his or her opinion. Then once they become teenagers, then obviously body changes and puberty and breasts grow and you get pubic hair and you start getting periods for girls, and boys get, the voice deepens and they become big, and testosterone, the confusion of emotion, sex, feelings, both start getting attraction towards each other. And that is a stage where you can't take a stick and all that. The more you create an environment of fear, the more they will open up to their friends, right? So that is why, right from day one, even before I got married, I told my wife about the way the child will be brought up. I had certain rules and regulations. I told my wife, you'll be a housewife, because I want the baby to always have a friend, someone to talk to, someone to express. Because what I noticed is, children with a parent in the house or parents, they tend to become much better. Obviously, the parents, their character also counts. It's a known fact. If you have many books in the house, the child develops a habit of reading, which my daughter has, even though she's 4. She sees my wife reading Thai books, she reads her books. Every time she comes from school, my wife is busy listening to her and she's talking and she's sharing. Whenever possible, I take my daughter out, we spend time. But obedience is paramount. Even though I'm an atheist, I've told my wife, raise her as your culture, Thai. She has a Thai passport, by the way. And I told her, raise her as a Buddhist, teach her Thai language as priority. Secondary will be English. Okay, so now it comes to, okay, what about, I know, your $1 million question. What if she does OnlyFans? And see, as long as she's staying under my roof, eating my food, which is through my money, she has to follow my rules. The day you're independent, you're earning your own money, you're doing your own thing, you can leave and go. I will not stop you. I've even told my wife, you don't like staying here, you're free to leave and go. But she stays. It's not that I'm abusing her. See, whether it's a company, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a country, there are rules and regulations set in place. If you don't like, you leave. You don't want to leave, then stay. So for me, I've kept it very simple for my wife. Even my baby has rules. Hey, nice doggy. Hey, doggy. Hey, doggy. See, nice. Nice, cute dogs, yeah. So, so everyone has their own rules and regulations. See, if you're the man of the house, you'll have certain rules and regulations in place, right? So I also have rules and regulations. Now, my rules and regulations you may not like. Many people say, oh, you're a monster, your wife is like a maid and you're making her suffer and living like a slave. And I've showed these comments to my wife. I've told my wife, anytime you want to leave and go, she's like, who the hell are these people? Who the hell cares? She's staying. The life I'm giving her, in her entire family, she's the happiest. That's what she has told me. That's what she keeps discussing with me. Is it perfect? No. So same with my daughter. See, my daughter is not living a typical village person's life. She's living like, a foreigner. She gets the best food. She gets the best, treatment, she gets everything. But obviously she's not multi-millionaire or living a multi-millionaire's lifestyle, right? So like I said, OnlyFans or porn or whatever, once you're an adult, do whatever you want. Yeah, I'm perfectly okay. For me, I'm not crazy of, oh, you're doing porn, oh, what will society think, oh. You're an adult, you do what you want. You get pregnant, you get STD, you get AIDS, it's your bloody problem. Stay out of my house. You're grown up. Look after yourself. I have to take care of myself. My job is complete. Take care of your education, then out. Be your own man. I'm not here to baby you. And I'm not earning for you. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to spend my money that I've saved for me. That's my style. Then boyfriends, same rule. My roof, my rules. You're so madly in love, stay with the boyfriend. Go out. In Thailand, there's teenage pregnancy. And, when a person from a young age is made to work, like work in the farm for 8 hours in the heat, bend and work and sleep in without AC and fan and eat sticky rice, they know how difficult and tough life is. My wife knows. I'll make my child go through that. And then she'll realize, oh sheesh, I might find this boy attractive, but do I want to live this life? She'll compare life I give her versus the life she's getting there. Common sense, what would she prefer? See, this is also me assuming. We don't know the future, right? So that's boyfriend. And I'll tell you this, living a good life is expensive, not cheap. Okay, now comes the next one. Okay, Lord, what if she wants social media, all that? Same, my house, my rules. The internet is supervised. The smart devices controlled. My wife and neither me nor her are going to give it to her. We'll see now when it happens. Now with regards to studies, what if she doesn't study? I was never a rank holder. I'm not interested in my daughter getting highest marks for memorization. I want her to understand the subject, but there's a certain amount of discipline that is involved, certain amount of responsibility she has. She can't go to school and say, hey, my dad doesn't give a damn, I'm not good. No, that I will not tolerate. Then you go work in the bloody field and earn like a laborer. You give your best for education, do your best, understand the subject. If you're weak anywhere, we'll put you for extra classes, we'll figure out why you can't understand. And if she's not interested in something, okay, there are other forms of education. Open a business, start learning a new skill. But you're not going to sit at home and sit on the smart device and internet and have friends. No, work. Either work or study. And I told you this. Trigonometry and algebra and chemistry is not going to help her in real life. Learning how to manage money, communication skills, being able to deal with people, learning how to manage tough times, emotions. That is the real education of the world here. Then the other areas like religion, I told you. Sex, I spoke to you about. Porn and all that, I told you. Tattoos. See, I got tattoos because there was nobody to guide me. Had someone been there to guide me, I'd have made better choices. I'm not saying I wouldn't have got tattoos, I would have, but I'd made smarter choices. Now, given the fact that my daughter sees me with tattoos, there is a tendency that my daughter might feel this is very normal. You think I'll not be able to show the drawbacks of it? You think if she wants to get a tattoo, suppose she says, I would tell her get a temporary one. You can change every week and then choose which one you like. And, in her design. Or give her something where she will be more happy, divert her mind with something else. Then she'll be busy, right? Why do people get tattoos? To make a statement, to show attention, right? I'll give her something else. There are ways. Okay, if suppose still my daughter wants tattoos, still, I'll go to a tattoo artist who I know, pay him some sum of money, and I'll tell him, I'm bringing my daughter. Make it the most painful experience ever. And don't stop until I say. I'll make it the most horrible experience. Obviously, the ink will be very light. And the location will be not shown. And once she has that, she'll not want to come back. And what else, man? See, these are the core areas. What if your daughter doesn't listen and all that? See, remember, you who's asking this question, the reason you're asking is because your upbringing has not been proper. Your father and mother didn't do a good job. You yourself are confused. That is why you're wondering. But I can assure you this much, someone who has been through very tough parenting or wrong parenting or absence of parenting, the people who have gone through pain in their life, when they become parents, and if they have common sense and their heart is in the right place and they don't have vices, they'll want to give a better life. Agreed, not everyone does the right choices. Like, I'm not going to pamper my child and give her everything she wants. Yeah, take it. No. There are times I say no. Absolutely no. If she wants something, even eating, after a certain point, my wife, in the night, after brushing teeth, no. Ice cream, no. And she has to listen. If she makes noise, all that, sometimes I take the stick I show, she gets afraid of me. So we play good cop, bad cop. And the last one, smoking, drinking, same rules apply. My house, my rules. You want to do your own funda? Get the fuck out. Once you suffer and you have to work by yourself, you learn, right? See, and I'll tell you this much. Like, I've told you this before. Yes, I can make a lot of big, smart-sounding, wisdom-filled nuggets of wisdom, nuggets of statements that, okay, my parenting strategy will be this, I will do that, and impress you and all that. But man, who has seen the future? Have you seen the future? Have I seen the future? Can you predict what will happen? Like I told you, if tomorrow you get paralyzed, I told you a very simple thing. No? If you get paralyzed, let's say you're paralyzed, and I ask you, what will you do? You'll think, if I get paralyzed, okay, if I lose my job, I have no money, I'm a beggar. What will I do? Okay, if you're addicted to smoking, drinking, drugs, what you'll do? You'll think. Same way, I can only speculate, right? Speculation is anyone can give smart-sounding answers. Even I can give. How do you know I will live until that time? How do you know my wife will live? How do you know my kid will live? Anything can happen here. Life is so bloody unpredictable. But I can assure you this much. If communication is the foundation in a relationship, if you build the bonds of love and friendship from an early age, if you're always there for the child, and you sow the seeds of love and you build those memories, the child will always grow to love you back. It's not a one-day thing, it's a everyday thing, and that is why life is a struggle. Every single day you have to suffer, every single day you have to prove yourself, every single day you have to work hard. And only then you'll achieve what you're meant to. Otherwise, like you said, oh, what if one fine day your daughter this or that? One fine day, that means you have not built that relationship. You've not built that friendship. You've not built that trust. Everything takes time. Whether it's building a physique, whether it is, getting good marks in the exam. It takes time. It's a process. It's effort. That is why before my wife wanted 5 kids. But after we had our first one, my wife said enough. It's a lot of work here. A lot of work. So I hope this answers your question about, okay, what if my kid does this and that and this and that? It's very easy to give smart-ass questions. The hope is, I've done my best. My daughter, does what is right for her. And she finds her happiness. And then, I've done my job. She has done hers. And once you grow up, you get your wings and fly away. Bye-bye. That's life, right? Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You agree, disagree? Love to hear what you have to say. You guys take care and continue the conversation. Let me know if you have any other questions in the comment section. Alright, you guys take care. Ciao.